Howdy Wargamers, this is Glenn from Moses Lake Micro Armor. We have been working, all of us that do the research, quite diligently, and we finally have something to show for it, the Core Countries pack. And what this is, so far, this is everything we've researched on the 4 main countries that produced tanks and vehicles during World War II. The United States, United Kingdom, Germany, and the Soviet Union. And I have several of the other countries finished as well, but not having them all complete, I will delay the full release until I get every last little bit nailed down. When this is put out in its full PDF form, it will be simply just the actual tank cards, along with an index for each chapter. Say the Americans, and it's sorted by date of availability, all the way from the third quarter of 1939 to the last days of the war. And on the index page, it'll dictate the type, how the points cost, what page you can find it on, and its country of origin. And the country of origin is there simply because, especially the Soviet Union and the Free French forces used Lend-Lease vehicles a lot. British used some Lend-Lease vehicles, but they've been renamed, like the M3 Stuart, which is called the M3 Honey, which is rather interesting because the British never actually named it the Honey. Bit of historical reference there. The one thing, for those of you that like to nitpick things, you will find on, especially like the British 2-pounder tanks in here, they all have an HVAP round table down here. Now, it was, to best I can see, it was never actually issued to the tankers, but being an 8-year veteran of a mechanized infantry unit, in Bradley unit, Joe will beg, borrow, and steal anything they think they can use in combat. So who's to say they didn't snag some 2-pounder high-velocity shells from an anti-tank gun crew? You can use it, or you can choose to ignore it. It's just in there, just for if you want to use the high-velocity tables for the 2-pounder tanks. It's in there as a quick reference. Again, not entirely historically accurate on that, I do realize, but it's there. Feel free to use it or not. As soon as I get done with this whole beast of a book, we'll be putting it up on the various forums for you all to enjoy. There will not be a rules section included in this, simply because we use the same rules from the old original tank charts, and this updated publication is meant to integrate with those rules. There's a few additional tables for high explosive anti-tank that Eric has come up with, and an updated high velocity table, and a few other just little bits and pieces that we've put together, and they'll be included in the appendix of this publication. So I'll put the core packet up here in a few days, and hopefully inside less than a month, I'm hoping, we'll get everything narrowed down and get the full PDF available for all you guys to use and abuse and pick apart and send me mean comments if you want to. So that's it for now. As always, have fun. Happy wargaming.